a 5, 4, 3,
This
2.
meeting is being recorded.
Good evening. Big welcome, everyone, to our Monday Patching Podcast. Today is January the 2nd. My name is Peter No, Senior Presidential Director here with LifeWave. I have my beautiful forever business partner, my co-host. How are you doing today, Marci?
I'm great, Peter. Was thrilled to be asked to be your co-host for the first of the new year. Great.
I can't believe how fast 2022 went by. Just to let all our gym partners know that we have over 1,500 Zooms now. So all that means is that we've helped a lot of people in the last 3 years. But this call is especially designed for all the brand new people. So if you are a guest here tonight, if you've been invited by a family member, a friend, a coworker, and they shared with you this little wearable technology called the X39, which is the first stem cell activation patch, in the next 30 minutes, you'll be hearing some incredible testimonials from our users. And I'll be bringing back Marci to share exactly how this technology works and how to get your hands on it. So without further ado, I'm going to have Marci read our disclaimer to start off our first podcast of 2022.
Wonderful. Well, just want you to know that LifeWave is not intended to cure, treat, or diagnose any disease, but you will learn so much tonight. So with that, Peter, let's go ahead and start the testimonials.
Okay, do you want to read the disclaimer, or do you
That's the disclaimer that I have.
Perfect.
It's
all right,
very
so
tight.
let's rock and roll. Our first testimonial tonight. I have not heard of her testimonial yet, so I'm excited. We have Amanda Grace. How are you doing today, Amanda?
I'm doing great, Peter. How are you?
I am so excited. I'm ready for the year, and I'm just ready to rock and roll. But I'm excited to hear your testimonial. I know we had a chance to catch up last week for the first time, and can you just tell our viewers, how were you introduced to LifeWave? How long have you been on our technology? And what has your experience been so far?
Okay. Well, I was initially introduced, 2 summers ago. And I confess that I was one of those people that didn't pay attention and didn't use it consistently initially. And I was very healthy, and I just like, well, I don't know what it's doing. So I kind of forgot about it. And then I got sick about a little over a year ago, and got some real toxic stuff in my body. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I had fever, 101 to 102 for about 2.5 weeks, no energy. My hair fell out for 4 months. I gained a lot of weight. And so Sandra reminded me, because Sandra's the one that introduced me to LifeWave. She goes, "Are you using the patches?" I'm like, "Ooh, I don't even have any." So I got back on them consistently in February, and it's been amazing. My hair has obviously come back. After 4 months, I mean, literally, I have a whole new head of hair. The hair has come in a lot thicker, and it's amazing. I feel a lot more energy. I've lost a little bit of weight. I think I'm looking younger. But I started at the same time as I was starting to feel changes in my own body. I started thinking about my clients. And so I'm a practicing naturopath. And clients and friends, they were coming to me. And so I had one that had been a car accident. She had a facial fracture and some head injury. And so she started using the patches, and I'd come see her. Sometimes she's got them like all around her face. And her doctor was amazed at her recovery. She's shown improvement in her cognition and all of that. She's been thrilled with that. Another friend slash client with kidney pain, phantom kidney pain. She'd actually donated a kidney. And the first day she put the patch on, pain-free. And then she's noticed more improvement in all her whole body pain in just after a couple of days of using it. Another friend, 50% pain relief in 1 day. So it's really boosted my excitement about the patches, the X39 primarily. I've started experimenting with some of the others. And then today I discovered something else. Now, I don't know if it can straighten your teeth, but my mother said to me the other day, she goes, you know, I had braces years ago, but then I got this overlap in the front that got crowded. My mother said, your teeth look straighter. And I hadn't noticed it. I'm not positive, but it seems better. But I also do bioenergetic testing, biofeedback. And I went, you know, I should probably compare some of my notes from my past reports. So I had a report from August of this year, and I had one from February. So I went back and looked, and do you all know what the telomeres are? It's the ends of your genes, and it shows your aging. So when I looked back, even to like February, I was seeing, so the way the scan works, you want a 5. That's a perfect score, is a 5. If it's a 1 or a 9, you've got some loss of the telomeres, and those are extremes, the 9s and the 1s. I had a lot of 1s and 2s and a few 9s back in February. So I went back and looked. I had 8 markers, 8 different chromosomes that showed my telomeres in an optimal range now as compared to February.
Amanda, do you know how big that is?
I know, I was shocked. I said, I am getting younger, and there's the proof.
Proof is in the pudding. And as we all know, we hear David Schmidt talk about our patches and how it repairs your DNA, which Marci will go into more details. But literally, if you took a test and it shows how much younger you are internally through your telomeres,
Yeah,
that is all the proof and all the evidence that we always talk about. So, wow. So let me recap a little bit. You've been on our products for 2 summers, so I'll say a year and a half almost. And then you were on and off.
Yeah, I really didn't get consistent till February of this year. So 10 months.
Okay. So I really want people to understand, because sometimes no matter how affordable the technology is, or sometimes you've been introduced to it, sometimes we don't see it or we don't use it, right? And then, but you had a friend, Sandra, who kind of reminded you, which is why we love helping our friends and family. And even if they don't use it, sometimes by the time they see you, how young you look and how you feel, that alone will remind them. But then in February, you had a little health crisis. And from that point on, you saw the power of what the stem cell activation does to your body.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. Well, Amanda, I know this is our first time hearing your testimonial, and you added on some incredible credibility to our technology. So I can't wait to have you on again, maybe in the next 90 days or 6 months, and see how much younger you are. But we can tell, I don't want to ask your age, but you do look very glowy. So
Well, I'll happily admit, Peter, I'm 58. I'll be 59 in April.
Wow. Okay. You got me going there. All right. Perfect. So everyone, 58. Wow. Well, you look young. I think you might be 28 on the inside. So tell me what your internal age is. And thank you for sharing tonight. And I look forward to seeing you again on our other Zooms. Okay.
Amanda looks 40. I had you at 40. I'm not kidding. I had her younger than you, Peter. No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, once they'll know why, why the stem cells are working, we can totally tell. So you're the model of the model, Amanda.
Thank you.
Also, you're welcome. So everyone, our next testimonial, she has been with us for a while now. And the reason why I love doing recaps is because you can understand the phases or the timelines of when you consistently use this technology, what happens in the beginning, in the middle, and we don't even know the end because we're still on the technology. So Heidi Johnson, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thank you, Amanda, for sharing. I'm so intrigued with that kind of testing that can tell your youth from the inside. I've never done anything like that. And so I started the patches. This is my 3rd year. So I actually ordered December 2019. And so it's 3 years this January for me. So I did stay consistent. And I think at this point, you can almost start at the top of your head and just go down from the top, clear down to the toes of all these little things that have happened to you as time's gone by. I've had 2 really big changes in my life, and I'm going to use the word retracing. But starting from the top, I got introduced from a nurse who knew I was looking for something that wasn't a pill, a potion, a lotion. And I just found that kind of technology hard to stay consistent on. So I was searching and she introduced me to LifeWave, and I didn't know anything about it. I just jumped in, and I've been patching for 3 years consistent. So, the first 3 days, my skin changed. I mean, literally my skin, what does that? I'm a skin person. What kind of technology, or I should say, what kind of product can you purchase and people pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for creams and collagens and lotions, can change your skin's consistency in 3 days? So I was pretty blown away with that. So that means a lot's going on from the inside. And Marci and I always get a big kick about our eyebrows, because I was kind of getting a little, I started at 57, I turned, so I'm going to be 60. I'm going to be 60 in like 17 days. Oh my gosh. You know how you kind of start losing the tails of your eyebrows? I mean, this is some stuff that is kind of vain, but my eyebrows have grown back. My hair has gotten thicker. It's not graying at all anymore. I don't know if it's getting darker, but I certainly have no more grays. A big thing for me is right before I moved to Nevada, which was 6 months ago, I went into my dental hygienist. And I was one of those people that had what's called, not gingivitis, but degenerative gum disease. I had 17 pockets. So, when they go 3, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 4, 17 fours. Right before I left California, which it was April that I went in, I had 4 fours. So Amanda, you mentioned your teeth straightening out. I'll have to say that could probably really happen, because if my gums repaired like they have, that's going to shift your teeth. Mm-hmm. So I believe there's some truth to that one. I was kind of a tired, cranky person for quite a long time. And that's just from Marci's laughing, divorce, difficult child, 2 years of all the stuff going on. I'll have to say that the patch technology has calmed my nervous system and made me truly a happier person. So I'm thankful for that. The 2 retracing experiences that are pretty huge took a while to get to. So after 5 months, my right knee, I've had some trouble with it. I had to quit doing some aerial work, yoga, because I couldn't cross my legs, and I always had a lot of discomfort in that right knee. And one day it just swelled up really like a grapefruit. And I thought, what on earth is going on? Now, this is early on. I was, 5 months into LifeWave, and most of us all here were pretty new at that time. So I found out what that was what's called retracing, or a health crisis, where the area of discomfort can swell up and get agitated for a period of time. And then when that swelling goes down, that's actually a period of repair and regeneration. So I'll have to say my knee is 100% repaired and regenerated. And the other big thing, month 11, is I have degenerative disc disease in my C5, 6 in my neck. So long bike rides where your head is tilted up, stargazing at night, it was just always uncomfortable. So that retracing experience, I'm going to just tell you, was a month long. I was to the point where, why am I sharing these patches? I can't even feel good. My neck hurts so bad. But again, that was a pretty intense injury that I had. And I'm 90% better on that one. I can still get it agitated once in a while, but those are two big things improving a person's quality of life. The little things are, my décolleté area is not so grapey. That's really cool. I think my vision has gotten better and improved. If I cut myself, it heals so quickly, burns heal quickly, strained ankles heal quickly. The recovery that happens is just amazing. So on the inside, things got to be going good in there if I'm consistent for, 3 years straight. And, I'd like to know what my age markers are. I think that is so cool. But aside from that, I feel good. I just feel good. I love this family. I love this group of people that I've grown to know over the last 3 years. And we really do have the best technology out there. So thank you for letting me share.
Wow, Heidi. I mean, I don't even know where to start, but for our guests tonight that are hearing, all these miracle stories from the beginning, but then again, depending on how old you are, what issues and challenges you've gone through in life, and they don't even have to be physical. They could be mental, spiritual, right? Financially, all kinds of stress happens to our life. So it's just amazing now to hear you, Heidi, go through all this. And obviously we've known each other for this long now, but I just love seeing everybody really just going through life, but having a technology like this where you're not adding more chemicals or anything to your body to heal yourself. So if everybody resonated with Heidi and Amanda's testimonial, raise your hand or blink, because I think we all know someone that could benefit from this, right? And since it's New Year's, thank you, Heidi, for sharing that. We're going to come back to you in the next few months and get ready for 2023. So I found an old picture of me. This is exactly in 2013, Marci. Remember this one?
Put it down a little bit. Let me see, get it closer.
There you go. So look at this. This was me 10 years ago. 10 years ago, everyone.
Let's see you now. Put your face in. You look better today.
I know. So
you really do. You were a little bloaty in that picture.
I know. And I was 35 and now I'm 45. So my stem cell is not activating like I was 35 again. So Marci, can you tell all our viewers, how does this thing work? Why does it work so well? And how to get your hands on it?
Absolutely. First, I want to say I'm so glad I went to your office 3 years ago, because you'd still look like that if I had it. Oh, dear. So first of all, I want to just say props to Amanda. She can actually do before and after telomere testing. That is so cool. And I don't know if I want to get that test, Amanda. So I don't know if there's a way we can email you for that, but that would be cool. But what's really interesting about telomeres is that is the lady fingers on your DNA. And the longer, let's see here, we got something going on here. The longer they are, the longer your longevity is. As they stub down, you have issues. And so that I was just listening, Amanda, that you were the ones, twos, and nines, which were not the good range, and now she has 8 in optimal range. I mean, I just want to see what that is. And just so you know, we have over 260 people on tonight to listen about telomeres. So I think that's really cool. And then we hear Heidi talk about retracing and a healing crisis. Well, the stem cells were retracing her injury. And when you put young stem cells on old tissue, you know what you do? You turn the tissue young again, but there sometimes is a battle going on. So I bet she had a battle in her knee. She had a battle if I remember the lower part of the neck, but stem cells always win, and they push those unhealthy cells out. And so what great testimonials. So what is it that we're talking about? Well, it's called the X39 stem cell activation patches. And this is what it looks like. It actually looks like a Band-Aid, but if you open it up, it's so much more. It's actually a form of wearable light technology or photobiomodulation, which means light making change in your body. And it works like this. Do you see the white inside? That's organic crystal. And it turns out we radiate a low-grade infrared light off of our entire body. So when you put that patch on, when Amanda and when Heidi put that patch on, it reflects back a light wave, and it activates a really important peptide in the body called GHK copper peptide. And that copper peptide in itself is the holy grail of anti-aging. But one of the things that GHK does is it acts like a communicator to the stem cells. It says, hey, dormant stem cells, it's time to activate again. It's time to make more of you again. And it's time to reset you to a younger, healthier state. And my guess, that's exactly what it did to both Amanda and Heidi. And what's really interesting is that at age 30, we lose about 50% of our stem cells. And by age 60, we've lost almost all of them. Now, these ladies don't look that age at all, but they're pretty darn close to it, but they don't look it. Isn't that crazy? They don't look it. And so what happens? Our stem cells go dormant in your body. They're not dead, but they just quit working. So when you activate GHK copper peptide, it gets those stem cells marching again. And you may ask yourself, well, why is it important to have stem cells working? Well, stem cells are the only cells in your body that are changeable. They can change into whatever cell your body needs for repair, like when you were 20. Do you remember when you were 20? I bet Amanda remembers. I bet she had hair out to here when she was 20, right? I know you did. Heidi had the unibrow, you know it because she still has thick eyebrows, right? They had hair, right? Because when they were 20, their stem cells were working. Did they have wrinkles when they were 20? No. Did Amanda have, hold on, no, that was Heidi that had 17 pockets. Did Heidi have 17 pockets in her gums when she was 20? No. Did Amanda's telomeres when she was 20 read at 1, 2, and 9s? No. That's because everything was working correctly. So what happens if we get those stem cells working like you're 20 again? What could actually happen, right? Because stem cells, once again, are the only cells in the body that are changeable. They can change into whatever cell your body needs for repair. And so what happens is they start marching, and I don't know what your body needs, but your body knows. And it's interesting that Amanda and Heidi had very different things going on with them, but the stem cells worked on both of them, and they marched and they repaired and they marched and they repaired. And I don't know what you're going to feel first, right? Sometimes the stem cells will be working on an internal organ first before they work on something you feel. I heard Heidi say that it took 5 months. And we need somebody to mute that.
Unmute yourself, Marci.
Yeah, I got it. It took Heidi 5 months before that knee clicked into place. That's because the stem cells were fixing other things that she needed first before it went to the knee. But trust me, it goes to the knee. It goes. It just may take some time, right? And I think it's really interesting how Amanda had, I mean, this is fascinating. The straighter teeth, like it was working on her hair. It was working. She lost some weight. It was detoxifying her because she had all of, she had some yuck in her body where she was having that 102 temperature. So she had some stuff that those stem cells had to take out, no doubt. But eventually it got to straightening her teeth, right? Isn't that crazy? Like eventually you got the smile too, right? So that's how it works. That's how the stem cell activation patch works. And how do you wear it? Well, you can wear it right below the back of your neck, under your belly button, or any spot will do, because our whole body's light. There's really only one rule, which is 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. Let me say that one more time. 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. This is because we are a non-transdermal technology. We are completely light. So light makes all the change in the body. So if you wear it over and over again, without the 12-hour break, your body can get used to the signal and it doesn't work so well. So once again, the only rule is 12 hours on to activate and repair and 12 hours off. Once again, there's no stem cells in this patch. This is a non-transdermal patch. We just use your own light to activate your stem cells. Once again, this is a form of photobiomodulation, light making change in your body. The X39 makes those stem cells start marching again like you were 20. Who doesn't want that, right? So how do you get these patches? Well, you can get with the person who brought you here, and you can get these for $149. That's a 30-day supply. Or you can become a preferred customer, and that costs about $119. We like the wholesale kits because you get more product, you can mix and match, and the unit of the sleeves go down. So anywhere from, we do like the $299 kit that gives you 3 X39s. That's enough for yourself, your family, and even some to share. David has created other patch technologies, and so you can even mix and match some of those. And that's just a really great deal. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee. So there's absolutely no risk to you. And the owner of the company has a 20-year patent on this technology. And you can go to startx39now.com. That's startx39now.com. And you can look at the research. You can look at the patents. You can research what GHK is. In fact, you can go to the 18-minute video by our owner, creator, and founder, David Schmidt, and he talks about the technology of X39 and the issues that it helps with. And know that this company has been here since 2005. In fact, David created this company when he got a call from the Navy SEALs, and they called him and said, David, we know you're an inventor, and we're looking for a way to keep the guys up at night without stimulants. That was the beginning of our company in 2005. And we were doing about 30 million a year. But then all of a sudden we got into more countries, 81 now. We have a warehouse in Ireland and in San Diego. And in 2019, when the X39 came out, it was this perfect marriage of stem cell activation and light. And the company went into momentum. And this year we've done over $300 million in sales. And the reason that's important is because the technology works. We just need to get it on your body so you can see that it works. And we're helping a lot of people. And that's the beauty of the stem cell activation patch. So with that, Peter, I'll send it back to you to close.
Wow, thank you for that beautiful explanation. I hope everybody, especially our guests, really resonated with our testimonials and understood it, and will go to the website And again, once you find out what you like, talk to the person that invited you here. We're going to close this call tonight with this. It is January 2nd. You have now 363 days left of the year to help you regenerate and repair yourself. So we just want to know, will you light up this year? Will you invest into your health this year? And if you do, and if you want to look as young as these ladies and perform like all of us here, join us. We love you. Thank you for all our guests here tonight, Amanda and Heidi. Thank you for all our workout buddies here. We know who you are. We had over 270 callers, partners here on tonight. And again, thank you for all our guests. Talk to the person that invited you and just join the light. We love you, everyone. Come back tomorrow and all the way till Friday as we do this 5 days a week, same time, except for Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And bless everyone else and peace out. See you
Good
mañana.
night.
Thank you,
Good night,
everyone.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Good call. Thank you.
Happy
Good
New
job,
Year.
boy.
Bye.
Mahalo.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Aloha.
Haole makahiki ho.
Bye, everyone.
Hey, Tracy. Welcome.